guys, Cardiac Cat here. Carolina Panthers won today, 16-10 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I thought it was going to be more of a blowout, but it wasn't. It was a lot to do with the rain. Cam Newton showed more inaccuracy this game. I think that had a little bit to do with the weather. He was throwing, he had probably 8 passes of his first 14 that were high. They're just too high. Steve Smith, to Steve Smith, Greg Olsen, Jeremy Shockey, I don't know. He needs to settle down, get back to what he was doing the first 2 games, or first game and a half, and he did that late in the game. He showed a lot of poise to come out there on that final drive. He hit Steve Smith and Greg Olsen, and he hit Jeremy Shockey on a nice little 10-yard play too. But all that aside, we won. Just going to talk quick about the game and then something else I found interesting today. But so yeah, we came out and we did good overall, I'd say. On defense, we're still horrible stopping the run. Maurice Jones-Drew, he had a $122 running the ball, and we just can't do that. Can't give up 60-yard runs. We just can't do it. Hopefully our defensive tackles, they're both rookies. As they begin to come into their own, they'll be a little better at sucking up some blocks, so our linebackers can fly around and make some tackles. Nonetheless, I think our pass defense did good against Dwayne Gabbert, but like I said, it was raining, and Dwayne Gabbert's, his numbers weren't all that bad. The interception, you couldn't even really see the interception. That's how bad it was raining, so I doubt he's seen the receiver. As far as that, this is kind of the Panthers winning football. Winning. Anytime we win, you'll see me with this in the video somehow. The reason that last week I didn't get to make all the videos that I wanted to, and that I will continue to do, is because I moved twice in 1 week. Moved down to South Carolina, now back up to Charlotte. Just kind of the nature of things. So, working on getting stabilized. Other than that, it was a great game. I think Cam Newton showed, he showed some greatness still yet. He had 158 yards. He had a little bit over 50% completion, and he had a touchdown to Greg Olsen, which Greg Olsen made a nice run after the catch. He did a great job there. Other than that, that's really it. We got a running game going with Jonathan Stewart. But the other thing I have in this, something kind of getting onto, is 2 things really. One, on Jonathan Stewart's play where he got tackled, and it was right before half, about 1:12 left in the first half. And Jonathan Stewart got tackled when he rolled across the guys that was on the ground, and he came back to his feet, took off running at first. And let's remember this, at first they called it, he wasn't down by contact, and the ball should have been down inside the 10, the Jaguars 10. Then they came and reviewed the play. I watched the play and all 3 replays. I've watched it probably each replay 20 times each. There is nothing saying that there's indisputable evidence to overturn that call. I think that was a bullshit call on the refs, because when they seen Jonathan Stewart flip over that guy, it looked as if his elbow could have hit the ground, but the way he was twisting, it looked like it was just his wrist. There was no way you can't see that. I think that was bullshit. I'm glad we came out with the win. I've been just utterly pissed off if that's, that cost us the game. But we showed poise and was able to get back in there and do it. Another thing, this is kind of a side note, nothing really to do with the Panthers, but Michael Vick. For those of you who don't really know Michael Vick's story, if you watch football, you do. But he came in the league against with the Falcons, rather. He had great legs. He didn't have really good accuracy. He had a strong arm, and a couple years with the Falcons, and he got in trouble for dogfighting. He spent 2 years in jail, came out, the Eagles took a chance on him, now he's with the Eagles. The Eagles chose to keep him over Kevin Kolb, and so that's where he's at. Now let's go to the game today. Michael Vick went back to pass, and he's left-handed, and when he did, he got hit on the play. He broke his hand on his non-throwing hand. And I was watching his post-game press conference, and this is what pissed me off. He was saying that it was a late hit, and no flag was called, and that 2, on every play he's hitting the ground, for the last 3 games, and no flags were being called. But for other people, it's, you know, a different story. He's saying, you know, he's getting singled out, I guess. And really, I mean, the only thing I can tell Michael Vick, dude, is to stop bitching. You broke your hand. It's called an injury. It's in the NFL. You're at the top level of performing. You know, injuries are going to happen. You broke your hand. It wasn't a late hit. I watched the replay. He was already in his hitting motion, in his follow-through, before you were done with your throw through. I mean, the ball was out of your hand, but I mean, you barely got it out, and then he hit you. I mean, he was looking down. You watch the replay. I mean, any fucking body with half a brain cell will see the same thing. It pissed me off because Michael Vick, dude, you're in the fucking NFL. What the hell do you expect? Do you expect just to go back there and, you know, might as well put a flag on your ass and not even make you wear pads or anything? You know, they run by, they just take the flags off. It pisses me off because I like Michael Vick. He's a great athlete. You know, I've always had been fond of him as an athlete. He's, you know, does a great job, I think, and he's doing great with his new opportunity. He's a lot more accurate now with the Eagles, but I think that's just fucking stupidity. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be a little bitch, then you get out the NFL. There's no room for that. I mean, there's enough rules as it is. And Eric Allen, you know, with ESPN, you're another fucking just complete idiot. He said that Michael Vick's taking the hits and that Drew Brees and Tom Brady would get flagged for. I mean, the people that hit them would get flagged for. And I mean, what the hell? Like, first of all, refs are human. They're going to make some mistakes, but everyone knows that the rules for hitting a quarterback is too fucking, you know, gentle. You know, you can't. I mean, you're talking about Joe Montana and Troy Aikman and Dan Marino and all those guys in the late 80s and early 90s, and you know, when they were coming up, I mean, they were getting drove into the ground, picked up and slammed. I mean, linebackers were putting crazy hits, and you know, you didn't hear them bitching about it like little girls. I mean, you know, get the fuck up and play the game. They went back up to the huddle and they called the next play and they got in there. I mean, shit. You're going to be a quarterback in the NFL. You're going to take hits. Stop fucking bitching about it. If a play doesn't get called your way, I mean, you know, like I said, it's the NFL. Stop bitching about it. Stop bitching about getting hit. I mean, it's just, it pisses me off. If you're too bitch to get hit, then you need to go fucking be a ballerina or something. I don't know. But you don't need to be playing in the sport you're in. And Michael Vick, it pissed me off to every fucking degree to see you just go up there and cry for fucking 10 minutes straight about, oh, it hurt my hand, and they didn't put no flag on it, man, and it's just me. They don't like me, and just bitch and bitch and bitch, and it was just, I mean, it really pissed me off to the point I had to actually say something about it in my video. And you know, it's just, I hope he just kind of changes his attitude towards that and starts realizing that, you know, the NFL is the fastest growing, the biggest sport in the United States, and it's one of the biggest growing sports in the world. It's, you know, it's starting to become, you know, the top elite sport, and when you get there, to bitch about taking a hit is just fucking stupid. But I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. Hope you guys like the videos. I'll have a lot more. I'm going to have a congratulatory Panther video coming out since they did beat the Jags 16-10. And other than that, that's it. So, yeah, subscribe and like the videos. Till then, peace.